Здравейте! Аз съм Христина Драганова. В днешния ден се проведе един международен семинар, който успя да събере едни от най-известните имена в сферата на вратарството. До мен е застанал човек, който не случайно е спечелил името си, именно Кръстникът на вратарите. Hi, how are you and welcome?
Thank you very much. I'm very good. Thank you very much.
It's your first time in Plовдив?
No, well, probably it is, but it's not my first time in Bulgaria.
For Bulgaria, I know it's like third time.
That's what I understood. I'm traveling so much that I sometimes can't keep track of it.
Yeah, I know. You're called and famous and labeled with the name the godfather of the goalkeeping.
Yes, they gave that to me. A little bit embarrassing, but...
Embarrassing? Why so?
No, it's like, it was a very good interview actually. The guy that did the interview went really to the start of when everything happened, which is very long ago, and where it came out at this moment, and he made he made that name. But what I like most is the picture that he used was one with Cruyff and one with Van Gaal. And basically they have been very important for my career actually. They gave me the chance, I worked together, and then you work always at top level, which is an advantage. So I could really live the things that I want to live with them actually.
You have impressive card with the teams, and I want to ask you where you was having most fun and where was the place that you was feeling that you're giving your maximum?
Well, number one is I love the game. And the game is always the drive for me. It always has been and it always will be. Which means it was incredible privilege to work in Ajax for 12 years. Then I was in Barcelona for 6 years. I went actually to the national team of Poland, which was also amazing. Then I went to Bayern München, 2 years. Then I went to the Dutch national team, 2 years. Then I went to Man United, 2 years. Galatasaray, national team again, Saudi Arabia. Then I went to the World Cup again. So there is a line which is incredible. I didn't even think about it when I was growing up, whatever it is. But I enjoy the game everywhere.
Everywhere.
And to be fair, these are the biggest competitions that you can imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, you know, they're always top 2, top 3 teams. So the beauty is there's always pressure. You always have to win. If you don't win, you have a problem. But to be fair, the most beautiful club in organization, in being led, without any doubt, was Bayern München.
My favorite team.
That's what I understood. But it's really a fantastic club, very good vision, very good philosophy. It's basically a club made big by players, and now it's led also by the players. So that was really amazing to be in that environment, to be fair.
Today during the seminar, you mentioned that the goalkeeper should be called goal player, so I cannot ask you why.
Yes, of course you can ask. That's a very good question actually. Well, the thing is, of course, things change a lot in the game. So in the past we said, for example, libero, and they don't use it anymore because there is no libero anymore. And there are more examples. But if we talk about keeper, keeper means keep the ball out of the net. Yeah. That's the main job. In '92, they changed the rule of the pass back. So from that moment on, he couldn't get the ball in his hands anymore. So he needed to play with his feet. That has been an enormous difference in the game. So till '92, it was only keep the ball out of the net. But at this moment, it's and keep the ball out of the net, but also very important in attacking. So if you say keeper, it's basically keep the ball out of the net. But now it's more than that. To keep the ball out of the net, plus it's attacking. That's why I came up with the name goal player. More than ever, it's part of the team. More than ever, he plays a role in all moments of the game. And that's basically a logical explanation, but you understand that keeper is traditional, it's romantic, so it will take some time before people get used to it.
And what do you think is the most important and the main quality to be a good goal player?
Very good. Well, the big quality is consistency. You need to be reliable. If you play in the team, you need to be reliable for the team. And over the years, I can say that when I worked at United, I worked with David de Gea. And for me, it was amazing that he was able 2 years in a row to play at an incredible high level. It's clear that the Premier League is the most difficult league of all the leagues. You play 3 games a week. Every game is unpredictable.
Yeah.
You never know what will happen, even against the smaller teams. So you have to be at the top of your game every game. And he did that for 2 years in a row. And the consistency was amazing. And it was also part, I think, of that, you know, there was an introduction in the goal-playing way of thinking, but also practicing. And because of that, you could see already in the practices if he was maybe a little bit less than before, and you could tackle it before it went to the games. So the most important one is consistency.
And I know that you're giving lectures and a lot of other seminars and education to FIFA, UEFA. What is the main problem that the coaches are dealing with?
Again, a very good question. You are very well prepared. What we see in the history is that in the beginning, there were no specific coaches. It was only the head coach.
Yeah.
And the head coach was kicking a few balls, and then the goalkeepers went into the normal practice. The next step was there was an assistant coach. And the assistant coach, 9 out of 10 times, did something with the goalkeepers then. And he did some exercises. And then it was again in the team. And then, I'm guilty, I came as basically the first goalkeeper coach at Ajax. But I did have a pro license as a coach. So I always thought and looked in the game. So when I started there, I started pretty fast with integration in the team. And what you see happening is, in time, a lot of times, they work separately and not so much in, let us say, in the team. The coaches, they thought, okay, I don't need to know that much because I have a specialist. And that's basically a big mistake. I worked with big coaches like Cruyff, like Van Gaal. They always wanted to know everything about that position as well.
Yeah.
They used it, and there was always discussion. But I also had coaches who said, no, you have to do it. I said, hey, we have to do it always together. So at this moment, what you see is with a lot of coaches, not all of them, they don't have the knowledge at the moment. And the other thing is that we have to look at the specialists. Do they have the knowledge of the game of nowadays? Plus, how much are you going to do integrated with the whole team? Pep Guardiola is a beautiful example. I worked with Pep in Barcelona. He really brought it to the next level.
Yeah.
We could see in City, for him, attacking of the goal player is more important than defending.
Yeah.
And you could see that he, you know, in his way of playing, it became very important. So on one side is we need more knowledge at the coaches, more knowledge about the game with the specialists, and they need to work together to make the best out of it.
Today you managed to unite the whole Bulgarian football teams and the football community. All teams was here. Usually we play one against each other. What do you think? How important is to have seminars like this to gain more knowledge and more experience?
I think that sharing knowledge is always very important. The fact that you say that they were all from different clubs, what I saw one group. And they really were like incredible concentrated. They were willing to ask questions, to exchange information. And this means if you want to be better, you have to get more knowledge, try it out, and then you higher your level. So what I hope from this is that they digest it, they think about it, and they try to implement it. And that's why also, you know, it's always a special group when you only talk about the goal player coaches. I also would like to have the head coaches here, because they need to work together, but that's the next step. And some countries, I have them together already, and the steps are going very fast. So it's a very good event. It's well organized. The people were there, they were engaged, they were involved. So I think that's one of the few ways that you can hire the level of the coaches, which means better coaches, they can coach the players better.
And better performance.
And then everything will be at a different level. So, fantastic. And you need a lot of these conferences.
Yeah, I agree with you. And what do you think about the facility that Ботев has?
Fantastic. We had dinner yesterday in the stadium, in the director's lounge. And I mean, the field looks great. The stadium is, I don't know how many people, but it's very like comfortable. It looks like that. I mean, the lecture room we had today, excellent. The field, because we only went in the morning on the field because of the snow and it was very cold, but everything was arranged perfectly. The players were there, the goal players were there. So only compliments. And it's the first time actually that I'm here. And wherever I am in the world, every morning I walk an hour. Whatever. So last week I was in the Niagara waterfalls in Canada, which was amazing.
Yeah.
I've been there before, but now I was there in the winter. So I walked there, you know, with minus 25. And now I walked here in the city center, you know, with like great weather, almost nobody there. So I really could enjoy also the city. It's a beautiful city. I loved it very much and it was wonderful to walk there as well. So I think it's a beautiful place. That's what I think. I experienced it only very positive and very nice. And I was very fortunate that I could bring this message across. Whatever they do with it, it's up to them. But for me, it was good to share these experiences.
And one more question.
No problem, go ahead.
What is your association when you hear the name of Христо Стоичков?
Risto is unbelievable special. I don't know if you know it, but when I went to Barcelona, I met Risto. And he is like so passionate and he loves the game so much. And to be fair, we had a fantastic connection together. And that's what I felt. And I know that, you know, he left. We always stayed a little bit in touch. I visited him in the US when I was there to do some courses. So when I hear the name Risto, my heart is starting to beat faster and I have very warm feeling. And I found actually out that this is his hometown and it's such a pity that we can't meet. I did send him a message 2 days ago and normally he is always like responsive, but probably, and now I try to call him, probably he's out of town, which is a pity, but Risto is fantastic. I really love him.
I'm sure he loves you too. And we love you too, so I really hope we can see you next year on another upgraded class because I think the whole community have and will learn a lot from you. Thank you so much.
I hope so. Thank you very much for the attention and for the interview. And regards to all of you guys.
Thank you. Това беше от нас специални благодарности към нашия партньор, където се провеждат интервютата и където са настанени гостите, хотел Емпориум, град Пловдив.